that this is meant to be perceived as art.
Hey TikTok, hey Gen Z, I got a question for you, because I can't sleep. But I can see, why are you so accepting of the idea of dissociative identity disorder, where little kids decide that they can switch personalities whenever they want, and they all have different names and wear different clothes, and they have their own little room in the house that you built in your mind, and here's how you get to it. I feel like someone else now. Did you fucking meditate and create something with your imagination?
Yeah.
It's almost as if you create your own reality. And because you don't have faith in God, and because you didn't just say, God, I'm kind of fucking scared, I believe in you.
Exactly.
Will you please only allow me to see what you want me to see? Please only allow me to hear the truth.
I genuinely don't know how I'm meant to sit here and pretend what I'm hearing is art. Personally, what I hear here is a pretty bad and offensive statement. And again, if it comes down to the whole thing of, you know...
Alright, now I'm gonna show you Pixie Lox's response to this, because I thought it was really good.
Are we meant to just sit by and very contradictory on both sides? We can't speculate, not really understand
wherever it
wrong,
is.
and I can't...
Right? So I'm like, holy, watch back these dissociative... See, when people say
very real and serious thing that a lot of people do have and deal with every single day. And I think it is a bit worrying that Gabby did make a popular TikTok, which again got people debating and saying very speculative things about DID not being real, and people just in general debating it. And honestly, I just think it's sad, because statements like this really do affect people who actually do have DID.
See, when people say things like invalidate the DID community, I remember saying that I cured DID because I was convinced as that I had DID. Dead ass. I talked to my therapist about it. I talked to family members about it. I really thought I had DID. I would watch back footage of myself and be like, who the is that? Like, I would have different voices, different mannerisms. Like, it was really disorienting to me. And then I would watch back these dissociative episodes where I would literally, and in fact, I have so many of them on camera where I do the thing, like where they say that they're like switching personas, right? So I'm like, holy
that is like
shit, I have DID. And I'm not saying that anybody else doesn't, or that it's not real. And that's what's so frustrating with the internet in general, is like these heavy things like you're invalidating DID. I said, I cured DID.
Yeah, that's...
ADHD and OCD.
There you go, that's really offensive.
It's so frustrating!
Now, I'm not going to comment on this, and in fact, I'm not going to give my long-form opinion on DID.
Okay, this is what I wanted you to see.
Instead, what I've done is brought on and asked a curator if they could give their
Let me know what you guys think about Pixie Lox, because someone asked me to expose Pixie Lox, and I'm like, I don't know how. Like, there's really not a lot.
The person who you're about to see is a DID system, and I thought it would be best to just bring on a DID system and
I'm gonna change my shirt because it's too
how they deal with it on a day-to-day basis, how it impacts their life, and just in general, how the stigma surrounding DID affects them. This isn't an attack on Gabbie Hanna. I just wanted to end this video with a little bit of information out there, and just to show how a lot of the stigma and debates around DID can actually be very harmful.
Hi there, my name is Pixie, and I just got a lovely message from Fraser wanting to chat about DID and stigma in society and stuff, so I can definitely do that. I was professionally diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder about a year ago, November 2021. DID is extremely complex and misunderstood even by people in the professional field, so it usually takes people several years. I think the statistic is 7 to 12 years in the mental health system to finally be diagnosed correctly with DID, which is about what it was for me. So throughout the years of being diagnosed with like anxiety, depression, and then BPD, and then DID, it's been clear as day to me how people treat each one differently. And DID is a really interesting case because people deny its existence entirely. I think a lot of the disbelief in DID as a disorder at all does come from people that are lucky enough to have minds that work normally or are not disordered. And because their minds don't work that way, obviously it's really hard to imagine experiencing that. It does sound not far-fetched, but it's really complicated. And the brain is a really, really wild computer, and it is kind of hard to wrap your brain around the fact that this is real. But, you know, going around online and just like shitting on anyone that has DID and saying this isn't real, this is fake, it's not helping. It's not helping. As well as this unfortunate recent social media, it's really seen as a trend. Like Lil Miss mentioned, teens in wigs. And, you know, I think that's harmful. I think teenagers are going to do whatever teenagers do.
Exactly.
And I don't think that we should attack all of the hundreds of thousands, I don't know how many freaking people in the world have DID, but we're not all just teenagers on TikTok. Some of us do have TikTok. Some of us do wear wigs. God forbid some of us have blue hair, pronouns, and a septum ring. One thing that I found really discouraging is that if you scroll down to the comments of the aforementioned TikTok that I believe we're talking about, it's one of the only TikToks where people are commenting, she's kind of right here though.
That's
Okay,
great.
she
Gabby
makes sense
knows
in this
about
one.
DID
Got
more
on
than
the other
us.
side in this one. As a YouTuber, I lost a chunk of following when I came out about my diagnosis because people to this day, just, you know, a percentage of my audience don't think it's real.
Love that.
And that sucks. That sucks, but it's just part of life. And let's not add any more to that. Let's not add any more to that plate because it's fucking hard enough. It is debilitating enough just living with a disorder. All of this stigma and this disbelief can't handle it. I know no one's gonna listen to the girl in the pink wig in the rainbow room, but thank you for listening. The universe has so many complex phenomena. Just because I don't understand, like, rocket science doesn't mean I'm gonna go to NASA and be like, this is fake.
Exactly,
I think you just
bitch.
didn't
Like,
do
what
it
the
all."
fuck?
So yeah, at the end of the day, please don't say this shit. I really honestly believe that if people just dug into it a little deeper and actually learned about the science a little bit, I think you would understand. I think you would know and understand that it's a real disorder that people really suffer with. And yeah, it's not always blacking out in the desert and waking up with a scarab in your hand. Anyway, Moonlight reference. I'm annoying. Thank you, Fraser.
Now, firstly, I do just want to say thank you very much to Pixie for coming on and just in general giving you guys a bit of a perspective about DID and how it's dealt with in society in general. I really hope that did kind of...
Alright, well. Hello, everybody. How are you? Or actually... Whoa. How's the sound, you guys? Let's go ahead and do stuff that I was supposed to do while that other video was playing, but I was watching along with you guys, because, like, this is serious. I'm just kidding. This is just the chillax live stream. I'm just gonna talk about, like, Gabby and how she, basically made a comment on the DID community similarly to the way that Trisha Paytas did. Not as offensive, I would say, because like I said, like, I'll let you guys know my opinion on the situation, and like, which is, I think that Gabby, went through a manic episode, obviously. She talked about how she's gone through hypomania before, but this is her first full-on manic episode, and that she tried to talk about, like, these ideas of, like, we all need to work together and the aliens are real and such, which I 100% believe. It's like, why are we not, like, talking about aliens? Like...
Hey, TikTok. Hey, Jen.
But anyways, it's like, why is she asking Gen Z specifically? Like, why does Gen Z, why would Gen Z know the most about DID? Anyways, so let me go ahead and I'm sorry, you guys. As prepared as you can be, you can't be prepared enough. If you are me. But let me go ahead and... The thing that's weird about the situation, though, is that Gabby actually said that she has dissociative amnesia, which is part of her being manic in general, I guess, because, like, you know, Gabby basically took DID and she was like, here, let's go through this. Like, I think that it was half and it was like Gabbie Hanna is such a mentally ill individual because there's mentally ill in people online and offline, so obviously there will be some online too. And so I think that when you mix up like people who are not mentally ill, don't have bipolar 1 like Gabby, with people who are like faking things on purpose or something, it makes them confused. I don't know why the screen is blurry. Sorry, you guys. But yeah, basically, let's go through this.
It's almost as if you create your own reality. And because you don't have faith in God,
Okay, so basically, she's talking about the inner world, and a lot of DID systems do not have inner worlds. A lot of the ones you see online will. I don't know. A lot of my personal friends with DID have inner worlds. And then I learned that, I mean, obviously, I'm sorry for saying something so stupid in a previous video, but what I'm going to say now to correct that is that an inner world is created because of a traumatized child's unconscious brain, right? Not because, okay, and so in a previous video I said something like, inner worlds are created as a coping technique in therapy, and that's just because I read that on a like .org site, but apparently is that true too? Does anyone have that experience? So anyways, let me go ahead. If you are a Gabbie Hanna fan and not here from the dissociative community, then I will describe to you DID was formerly known as multiple personality disorder, and basically it's characterized by the presence of 2 or more personality states. It can be called, it is a reaction to childhood trauma, where a child is like, there's no way that I could go through this. That's too traumatizing for me. So basically, they'll step outside of themselves, and that's what's called dissociation. If you've ever had it, it kind of feels like, I don't know how to describe it, geez, like, here. But anyways, Gabby does make it clear in her videos that she does struggle with dissociative amnesia. Someone actually commented on one of my videos, and it's just randomperson.org, but they did say that they think it's possible that Gabby was misdiagnosed with ADHD, which it's not ADHD anymore, it's ADD. You can be hyperactive in ADD, but she was diagnosed like a year ago or something. And by taking Adderall, it triggered something in her brain to make her have these manic episodes. And I don't know, I don't think that's what's going on. But, fuck if I know. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let me go ahead and... Can you hear me? Sarah Gibbons says, hi, I just got here. I'd say they can be changed and used in positive ways due to therapy techniques, but inner world is caused by trauma. My inner world is related to autism too, so unsure. Interesting. Thank you so much for your input. But yeah, so basically, in times that I dissociate, I feel like someone is talking for me, or like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but it can also be like depersonalization and derealization, which sound like complicated words, but they're really not, which is just basically, here. It's when depersonalization / derealization occurs when you persistently or repeatedly have feelings that you're observing yourself from the outside of your body, or have a sense that things around you aren't real. So have you ever, I'll stop. This isn't like a do you have a dissociative disorder video. This is about Gabby, but I understand that like Gabby is bringing and can we blame her? Like, that's my thing. Like, if I were to bring my knowledge and social work, I hate to sound like that, but basically, no, we can't hold her accountable because she was sick. Like, even by the court of law, like, she could probably plead insanity because she was not able to think clearly. I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong, because God knows that I could be. I'm gonna assume you can hear me because but anyways, let me drink this coffee. If I saw it, Peniel Peggy, if you're still here, thank you for being here too. I'm sorry if I didn't like say anything. Like, what a coincidence, because me and Peniel Peggy are like online friends or Instagram. Yeah. But anyway, so dissociative identity disorder is a way for a person to forget bad memories, because literally the alter will have the memories, such as with Dissociated. You know how Mara, she carries all of the trauma from, what's this called? Freaking, how everyone was so mean to them because they defended someone who, I don't know, you guys. Then I'm gonna get a bunch of dislikes. But like, honestly, oh my god, you know what I should do? A collab. Is anyone watching here a Dissociated fan or follower, or you're just like have no opinion? I would love to interview you, because I feel like I have a lot to learn from you, because like dissociative, and back me up with my dissociative disorder friends, but it's not, the brain is not a perfect machine. You know, I don't know if that's the word that Pixie Lux called it, but it's a great word to use. It's not a perfect machine. It is actually, you know, people say that in order to... Peniel Peggy, are you intelligent? Because people investigating DID are saying in order to develop DID, you have to be quite smart because of the power of the unconscious brain that it takes. And let me just continue asking you questions upon questions. All right, why do I have so many tabs open? I don't think, oh yeah, one of these are relevant though, so. All right. So anyways, dissociative identity disorder is characterized by the presence of 2 or more distinct personality traits. Each has a unique name, personality, personal history, and characteristics. Rare, more than fewer than 200,000 U.S. cases per year. Yeah, so then, like, what I'm trying to get at is, like, alters can blend, alters can mix, and a lot of the time people with DID say, like, I have no idea who I am right now, because the brain is extremely complicated, and if you have DID, is very organized in that way to separate the amnesic barriers. However, things like, I don't know, I feel like with dissociated, it's just kind of like dissociated pretends like there's actually people in their head when it's like actually just it's a disorder. That's why it's called dissociative identity disorder. Hi. Yeah, but I guess even during her episode, Gabby was being mean towards like her followers, but let's talk about the DID. Ad will end in 4 seconds. Peniel Peggy says, I've been told I'm intelligent, but I make stupid mistakes, so I don't know. Well, if you've been told you're intelligent, like, listen, like, I'm smart in many ways, but I'm not like book smart, all right? If you haven't fucking noticed. Sorry if that was like weird or sexual. It was really good though. My masochistic part makes me prolong my own suffering. Peniel Peggy, that's not good at all. That is actually really bad. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, same though, actually. No, that's not actually related at all. Yeah. But, moving on. Let me know if you need any help. But yeah, Gabby describes having episodes of dissociative amnesia. She says that she'll look at herself and not know who that is. Now, everybody does that. If you don't have DID and you didn't know that, if you do have DID and you didn't know that, everybody does that. Like, you'll watch a video of, like, a TikTok of yourself or something, and you'll be like, I'll do this all of the time. Or let me know if you don't do this, because, like, I do have childhood trauma, I do have CPTSD, but it's like, you'll look at it, and you'll be like, that's not me, like, but I'll remember doing it, and I'm not sure if that's what Gabby's getting at, because, Gabby, here, let's go through the video. She describes how, like, hi, Miss, hold on. Pangea. Dude, what is the world gonna look like in the future if Pangea used to be Pangea? Hold on, what's this?
I find I understand it more if I consider alters as thought clusters in their own separate identities. As moods lol, I am just like I am a moody bitch as much as true lol.
But here's my question, is like, never mind. I was gonna go into like questions about like how I don't know how it must be so confusing to have DID, like, because like an alter comes out that's been dormant for a while, like they have no idea. It's, oh my god. And I personally 110% believe in the disorder. And if not for any other reason, because I am not a doctor and doctors do believe in it. So basically, teenagers on the internet, some, a lot of them are real systems. And like I said, it's not my goal. And like Pixie Lock said, it's not my goal to go and pick every single teenager on the internet who's faking DID. Like, I don't, except for that one, that was for an educational one. To teach, because it's like, the point, anyways, my point is that I don't know, like I see all of these people who look like they have something about them that will make them stereotypically not have DID, even though there's nothing that, you know what I mean? Like, you can be a system and be a teenager. Well, science is showing that it could be, as DID is researched, alters can't really form fully as a teenager, so that kind of is a red flag. However, no, but a lot of, oh my god, what if she does have DID? Because a lot of people say that, like, you do find out about your DID as, you know, at 18 or whatever, or as a teenager. However, a lot of people say that you do find about it in your early 30s, and guess how old Gabbie Hanna is? What percent? But another thing that I have to say, okay, wait, actually, I need to, I'm not used to live streaming, I'm sorry. Like, I was gonna just kind of stop live streaming because, excuse me. Oh my god, I had Panera Bread for the first time. I know, like, rich bitch, like, because it's so freaking expensive. No, I'm not going there again, basically. I did not, it's like $5 for a little cup of mac and cheese. But anyways, so I thought you guys liked my videos better because, like, I'm so ADHD, well, ADD, right? Like, I'm being what's the word? Whatever. Hypocritical. But yeah, what am I even talking about? Alright, so conspiracy theory, Gabby actually does have DID. Okay, so Sarah Gibbons says, same Peggy, but moods have moods. Yeah, Peggy said that they like to look at their alters as though they're clusters and separate identities other than moods. Listen, I'm not going to comment on that because I'm not a therapist, but from what I've heard, isn't it, like, important to, like, love your alters? I don't know, though. That could be, like, that could just, I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, alters do have moods, and, Sarah says, like, I can have my moods as an alter, and then the system as a whole has moods. How interesting!
And I think Dip Peeps must have pretty vivid imaginations that were necessary to cope with the traumas, and that's what makes so much of it seem unbelievable. Sarah Gibbons, some alters.
Yeah, so Peniel Peggy said that basically, people with DID, you have to have a pretty vivid imagination in order to develop it, as well as the perfect concoction of a severe, oh my god, childhood trauma and having a vivid imagination. Oh, okay, back to what I was saying. That's hilarious. I was talking about my ADD, and then I changed the subject. Anyways, I don't know why my psychiatrist won't put me on freaking Adderall again. Because I used to be on it, but I think now she doesn't want me to be on it because it, like, mixes with clonazepam. I don't know. Whatever. But seriously, like, I have to get a job. Because Uber Eats just isn't it. And it's like, dude, like, how am I, like, I'm so nervous at work. Like, right now I'm kind of nervous. That's why I'm forgetting what I'm saying. But, like, at work I get super nervous that I can't even hear what other people are saying. And, like, when, like, you know, when you're on Adderall, you're able to concentrate. Like, I'm sorry, if you have an addictive personality or you have never been on Adderall. I'm not trying to make it sound like it's a good thing. Like I'm just saying for me, I feel like it worked. But anyways, her brain is a cocktail of emotions. She is no longer experiencing reality as we do. It's difficult to imagine what she's thinking right now. Okay, so my bachelor's degree was correct because I wanted to, and I wanted to say that that Gabby was being like rude, and that's literally what I said in my title. I said Gabbie Hanna insults dissociative disorders, so might change that because I wanted to say like she did it on purpose, but actually like when you're going through like mental illness, like what Pixie Lock said, like obviously it's gonna sound bizarre and it's gonna sound like it doesn't make sense, but with Gabby, like I think that we all can kind of come to that consensus that she's mentally ill, and the extent of trolling versus mental illness is unfortunately she is more mentally ill than trolling, because like a lot of the time people, and there's also a disorder, I think it's called like seasonal depressive disorder, where you'll get not just depression, but you can get like manic episodes, or you can get this or that in a specific season. For some people it's fall, for some people it's summer. And for Gabby, last year it was late spring, early summer, and now it's late summer, early fall. I think this person says, I think the internet should take it easy on her when she recovers from this. Yeah, I mean, it's hard because it's like Gabby herself, I just don't appreciate the way she does things and like lets her fans come after people. Oh my god. And there's like, if there's any Gabbie Hanna fans watching this, I'm so sorry to put you inside a little box. I'm sorry. But I don't know how many Gabby fans are watching this, because I don't know, but Vine was it. Anyways, did I freaking, oh my god. I closed the tab that I was supposed to be looking at. Alright, ready?
Hey TikTok, hey Gen Z, I got a question for you, because I can't sleep. But I can see, why are you so accepting of the idea of dissociative identity disorder?
Wait. So is she saying that like it's so hard to imagine accepting something such as DID that we can't accept her in her manic state, in which
Order, where little kids decide that they can switch personalities whenever they want.
like, let me think about that, because I don't think she meant decide. Like, I think that I know she said decide, but I think that she meant like, I think that's not what she meant. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, basically, some of y'all were like, I miss your lives. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Because I have come to find out that some people only watch my lives. They don't watch my videos, they specifically watch my lives. I'm like, oh my god, I've abandoned you. And I think that going live is good for my confidence. I don't know, like, because I'm so like insecure, but having being live is really vulnerable and scary, and probably gonna help me when I get a job, because I'm gonna have to do that. So I'm thinking about being a paraprofessional, but I don't know, y'all. I also wanted to work in an ED clinic, but literally going through an ED right now, like, anyways.
Having bipolar 1 myself, throwaway account. I don't understand why people would be comparing circumstances here. Though I can empathize with why they are seeing reflections of their symptoms on her TikToks, as many mental health disorders have overlapping symptoms which can lead to IRL misdiagnosis for many. With regards to her behavior, I have learned the hard way that mental health is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. Not only is it safer for yourself to take accountability for your health, but it's also safer for the loved ones around you. I know what it's like to feel like a god, but I remember the crash afterward the most and the damage control I had to do for my life. I hope she gets help and I hope she stays safe.
So this is actually funny, you guys. I actually, if you've been a fan, probably you have. Like, let's be honest, probably you haven't. For like maybe a year or like whatever. What am I trying to say? I, for the longest time, had my psychiatrist thought I had bipolar 2, and my therapist, and I was being medicated for it with Lamictal, and it actually made my mental health a lot worse because I don't have bipolar disorder, as I think, because of the bad reaction from the Lamictal. But anyways, this person has bipolar 1, and they are saying that they have experienced exactly what Gabby has gone through. So this is just classic mental illness being, I'm sorry that the camera's shaking. It's because I'm like, my whole desk is shaking. Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh my god. I swear I'm not usually this spacey. I'm just kind of like, this person said, I'm very sad for her. I've been rooting for her to find a place, but it's not happening. Yeah. This person said, I wholeheartedly believe that this was a manic episode, and I am so concerned for her.
I wholeheartedly believe.
Oh wait, let's go back to this, let's go back to what Gabby was saying.
And they all have different names and wear different clothes and they want, and they all have different names and wear different clothes, and they have their own little room in the house that you built in your mind, and here's how you get to it.
She's describing them as if you made them up by yourself. Like, you know that it's possible to have little names and little clothes of people who have traumatized you in ways that I have no idea how much trauma the viewer, whoever you are watching right now, what's a fellow human on Earth. I'm sorry to assume that you're human, actually, but like, they could be of your actual abuser who did things to you that I can't even fathom. And that sucks because, like, the hair, like, it's the name, the hair, the clothes, the cute room in the inner world. I mean, 9 times out of 10, correct me if I'm wrong, if you have an inner world, you have good parts. I mean, some inner worlds probably don't, like, fuck. But a lot of them probably also have really bad parts. So, love that Gabby is giving into this. You guys, and I think that this is, like, I don't know why. I think I'm, like, the only person who believes this, but I hold Dissociative accountable for a lot of the teens faking on TikTok because, like, they're doing exactly what, just, like, fuck, I meant to ask, like, do my DID friends, do you guys have, like, gatekeepers and, like, all those specifically named alters? Because, like, I heard that those alters usually will only take that specific role, like, be a gatekeeper, if you've gone through a specific type of trauma, basically. And I'm so happy we have Sarah Gibbons here to give us the answer, because I don't have the ID, so love that for me. And you know what my therapist, Never mind. Some alters seem just mostly to have one mood, but some have multiple moods. Hashtag funny, not funny. Sarah said, not all our inner worlds are nice and cozy. You were right about that. Yeah. This is so fucking good for no reason.
I feel like someone else now. Did you fucking meditate?
Okay, wait. And then, so in the video, Gabby does this like mini Caesar thing where she pretends to switch. And then she's like, oh, I feel like someone else now. Like, as a demonstration. And, that's, like, I guess with OSDD, but with DID, it's actually, that alter is now is gone. And you don't feel like anyone else, you are someone else. So it's not like, it's not this fun personality switch thing.
Meditate and create something without.
Oh, and by the way, did you know that in order to have DID, you have to meditate your alters into existence, according to Gabbie Hanna?
Did you fucking meditate and create something with your imagination? It's almost as if you create your own reality. And because you.
I'm listening, Gabby. I don't know, it's hard because it's like Gabby got so lucky. Gabby said I in her Manic episode, and like I said, like, we can't take anything that Gabby says in her Manic episode and be offended by it because she was literally not she was not well, she was not able to think correctly like she would have otherwise. We were basically not talking to Gabby, we were talking, you know what I'm saying? And I know it's hard to understand, it's hard for me to understand because I'm angry at her for the way that she's portrayed mental illness, like specifically ADD, ADHD with myself. It's like, excuse me if it's like nasty that I keep burping because I keep asking you guys if you can hear me because I don't know if you noticed, but I did get a microphone. Oh yeah, and it is a full moon tonight, so happy full moon. Is it? It's not a full moon in Pisces, it's a full moon in fucking... What is it a full moon in? I thought it might be yeah, I think it's a full moon in Pisces. And so basically, if you feel really emotional tonight, then that's why. Or like don't do anything like weird tonight, you know what I mean? Like, not to be superstitious, but I've heard that like more weird things happen on a new moon, like, or on a full moon, like more people actually end up in the emergency room, and I can't back that up statistically. I heard that on Mile Higher podcast, but I feel like, is that true? Because I feel like that could easily be backed up statistically. So anyways, Sarah says, I have one alter who has a specific role name because it was a real life position that abuser held. I'm so sorry, Sarah. That sounds horrible. You did not deserve that. Like, I don't know. Like, what's their name? What's this person? The person who I showed you guys at the very beginning of the video, Pixie Locks, yes. They basically, like, I'm sorry that you went through whatever you had to in order to form DID, but on top of that, have things like this with the Gabbie Hanna, like, just people in general, like, just doing these weird things online about it. It's very strange. So sorry about that too, you know? You know what? So Sarah says, one could say we all create our own reality. It's like, yeah, you created your reality, but it's not that easy. Like, Gabby got famous, okay, because she's funny, okay? And because she was entertaining, but she also, I'm sorry, she stole jokes. Maybe I should start doing that. That's how I'll get famous. I'm just kidding. That's horrible. I could never steal jokes because I probably do that all the time anyways. Peniel Peggy says, LOL, right? Love physics. Wait, sorry. I can't read.
Alright, I love physics, and that includes so many different theories on what reality actually is.
Yeah, Peniel Peggy. So the beginning of Gabby's Manic episode, I don't know. Can somebody please let me know offhand? Are Manic episodes triggered? I think that it could just be either or are they just like come out of nowhere? Because Gabby was talking about how she loves theories of what reality actually is and such. No, there's nothing wrong with that. And then something snapped, and it turned into, she didn't use the word something snapped, and that's when she started getting hate, which led to her Manic episode. So love, it's you guys, it's your fault. So the person watching this, it is all your fault.
And people used to think I was crazy because I used to say the billions of little micro beings that make us influence our thoughts, pain, or penny, but that's what scientists actually say. So I get a kick at it.
I mean, literally, didn't the government expose the existence of their communication with aliens? Can we talk about crop circles for a second? Science versus mental illness? Yes. So, Peniel Peggy, science is this beautiful thing, but, when you're going through a manic episode, maybe not.
Thanks, it's okay. I'm like integrated, etc. I'm okay. Was just explaining as to why some alters have specific role names.
All right, Sarah. Sorry for like giving you this whole pity party. That must have been fun. Like, it must be so annoying. It's like, how on your birthday when it's like everyone's like happy birthday and you're like, oh my god. It's like, thank you. It's like, is that what it's like when people say sorry? It's like, oh my god. Anyways, let's go back to Gabby.
As if you create your own reality. And because you don't have faith in God, and because you didn't just say, God, I'm kind of fucking scared.
Okay, so anyone who has any dissociative disorder watching this, did you know that the reason why you have DID and struggle with that mental illness today is because you didn't ask God for help? No, but I love that sort of philosophy talk, and I love, what is it called? What is the study of religion? Philosophy. Yeah, I love philosophy because it's like, wait, the Philosopher's Stone? Wait. Is this why you like me live? Because I'm like, but yeah, wait, let me rewatch this.
Because you didn't just say, God, I'm kind of fucking scared. I believe in you.
I don't think that you were kind of fucking scared when you developed DID.
Will you please only allow...
And it's like, okay, any Christians watching this, please genuinely answer this question for me. It's like, people say that you'll go to hell for wearing specific outfits to church.
I believe in you.
And it's like, will we actually go to hell for not believing in God? Because I feel like it's kind of, like, fair not to believe in God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, like, there's not a whole bunch of evidence, and there's a whole bunch of different religions to pick from. So, I mean, I grew up in a Christian household, so where it was really harshly enforced on me, and my dad is a straight up atheist, and so I would always go from very religious, as in like you have to go to church and religious education. I made my confirmation, so my second middle name is Teresa. I'm just kidding, but I did do the confirmation, the shit, And so I have a negative stigma against Christianity, and I don't want to, but I'm working on it. Female autism traits. Wow. Yeah, does anyone have not have autism and does have a special interest? Because everyone was saying like that's an autism thing, and I'm like, just because you have a special interest doesn't mean that you have autism, right? I don't know, I could be wrong.
Will you please only allow me to see what you...
Okay, wait. So did you know this, Sarah? I just wanted to let you know that you would not have developed this alter who, had the specific role name because it was a real position that abuser held, because you didn't think hard enough, that you didn't pray to God hard enough.
And because you didn't just say, God, I'm kind of fucking scared. I believe in you. Will you please only allow me to see what you want me to see? Please only allow me to hear.
Wait, why would God want you to see bad stuff? I'm confused. I guess that's when we could roll back around to the fact that Gabby was manic and was not understanding of what she was saying. So.
The truth. Please give me clarity.
Oh, so you should have also asked for clarity, by the way, instead of developing alters. You should have just asked for clarity.
It's extremely sad. It reminds me of what happened to my 26-year-old cousin a few years ago. He had been smoking a ton of weed and was always on ADHD medication. He randomly had a psychotic break, and it is exactly like what Gabby is doing. An absurd amount of social media posts, religious talk, conspiracy theories, I am God type stuff. He ended up being diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic, and my whole family believes it was drug-induced. I think certain people can have a bad reaction to too much weed when mixed with other things, medications, stress, etc. It took a while for him to get it under control. Many more mental breakdowns. They couldn't find him for a while. He didn't want to be on medication for his new mental illness because he didn't feel like himself, and it made him gain weight. I'm scared of what's ahead for her. My cousin is on daily medication, but he's changed forever. He still posts crazy stuff online. IDK, I hate it. Mental breakdowns are terrifying and can really happen to anyone.
Yeah, I guess we could also call it a. Would we also call this a mental breakdown or a manic episode, or can we just use the word interchangeably? Excuse me for I keep burping. I don't know. I had like this thing of Coke earlier. Oh yeah, Sarah Gibbons. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask God. Oh darn, I forgot. If I just thought of that. Yeah, sorry. Too bad. Hashtag sarcasm. Sorry. She's a bit judgmental, understatement in her. I know, Sarah, like it's hard to not be angry. You know what I mean? It's like, because you're watching this person as they're speaking. However, like, it's hard to understand that they're also like, I don't know, they're not in the right. Someone needs to stick to therapy and actually quit the internet. I see that. Let me see here. All right, so that's the end of her rant on, I think she had multiple rants. I'm not sure though. I did get YouTube Premium for free for 1 month, but I don't know, you guys. $10.99 is a lot for a freaking 1 month just for no ads. Like, seriously.
Because I can't sleep.
Oh, that's the same one. All right, this person has something alternative to say.
It doesn't really matter if it was a manic episode or publicity stunt. She needs help. Pulling this as a publicity stunt is still very concerning and something a mentally sound person wouldn't really consider doing, let alone actually following through.
Oh yeah, that's obviously. No, I thought that person was going to say that this is a publicity stunt. I was like, huh? Interesting.
Gabby has let social media destroy her life.
Yes.
She needs to realize that social media is her job, not her whole life. Us regular people who work 9 to 5 have extreme stress too. But we try our best to leave it in the office. Gabby is just 24/7 in her phone and it's no good for anyone's mental health.
I mean, I think I was saying earlier, I'm not saying that she didn't deserve it, because she is funny and she did deserve, like, earn her platform, make videos consistently that are funny, and gain her platform. However, like, she acts like everybody else is just not trying hard enough because they aren't successful like her. It's like someone could have been in the exact same position of you and been working at had been working at McDonald's. Oh, what's this? Oh, maybe that's why. Because if you were on Adderall and weed and alcohol, well, okay, I don't drink. Like, drinking just makes me go to sleep. All right.
As you can criticize her mental state while making those comments does not negate any harm caused by them, and she is still allowed to be held accountable for making them.
Is she though?
It's an explanation, not a justification. I'll admit, I used to watch her stuff way long ago. Peak Vine era long ago. And I think I enjoyed it. I don't like her anymore and haven't for a while, but this is just sad. Because she was either actually having some sort of breakdown in front of the internet and needs serious help, or she faked a breakdown for clout and press and needs serious help. It's also terrifying how people from the internet are jumping on trying to take advantage of whatever this situation was too. Still think she's a risky human, but I can't get behind random internet strangers taking advantage of her, assuming this was a genuine form of unmedicated mania in whatever capacity. Shalas.
Okay, so this person does have, and that is extremely strange because this has 2K likes. It says, this comment that was just read, and it basically says that she's not actually manic. And if you have that opinion, like, I'd like to hear more about it, because it's like, from what people have described, this is exactly a manic episode. Like, you know what I mean? It's like pretty textbook, I would say. All right, let's see what these people in my comments have to say. Thank you for commenting, Peniel, Peggy, and being here. Well, I mean, praying for bad stuff to stop happening doesn't work, so... Praying... You guys, religion has been the #1 reason for war in history. Internet addiction in the DSM yet? Okay, Peniel, Peggy... I think I do have an addiction to video games. Like, genuinely. Like, not even trying to be funny. Okay, maybe like a little bit, but it's a serious thing that I'm talking about with my therapist. Oh wait, this person has a master's in science in psychology. Ooh. Alright, let's see what they have to say. Because we need some brains to understand what Gabby is going on about. Because I would love to understand, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I hate that I'm sorry, I should be living towards myself as well, because, to love others, you must also love yourselves. When will MMORPGs become popular again? Recommended video for me. Exactly. This is another thing.
Let me just say, as a trained professional therapist with a master's of science in psychology with a focus on addiction studies, that it would still not be okay for someone who is trained and educated, such as myself, to show up unsolicited. Never attempt to seek out an internet personality, a YouTuber, or a celebrity of any kind, find their residence, show up on their front doorstep, gain entry into their home either by force or manipulation, and interact with that individual like they are a close personal friend. They are not your close personal friend, and if you engage in such behavior, you may need the assistance of a professional such as myself, or at the very least, have someone explain to you the concept of boundaries and socially acceptable behavior.
This is, wait, I want to hear about this.
I'm mentally ill. You can most definitely criticize the mentality ill. Please do. Be reasonable to have envy, but be critical. Do not let people get away with stupid things because of illness. Illness isn't a free pass.
Okay, so this person is, hold on, let me see if I can mute this so I can cough. So this person is saying that we should hold her accountable, and I don't know how to feel about that, because I feel like if Gabby had done what she did as a mentally sane person, then yeah, she should be held accountable. But the fact that she was manic and was literally thinking with like distorted thought, like, it's hard, because it's hard not to take personally, especially her personality. Oh wait, so she also talks about how wait, can I just change the subject to the Queen for a second? So what is it about, like, taking a step back from feminism about how we're going to crown a king? Are we doing that right now? Am I interrupting that in England? Literally, my live stream is interrupting that. No, but they said it took a step back from feminism to crown a king, and I'm like, why? That's just the second person in line. I don't understand. Is it because there's a girl in line also? I'm confused.
As a woman, although this is definitely not exclusive to any genders on either end of the situation, just speaking from my own personal experiences. Allowing yourself to be alone with a man you don't know in your personal spaces, such as what Gabby did by letting that dude into her home or going into theirs, can absolutely be a form of shish and or self-destructive behavior.
Self-harm or
When I was in a
self-destructive.
really bad, dark place mentally as a teenager, I engaged in similar risky behaviors because I thought so lowly and so negatively about myself. I genuinely didn't care if something horrible happened to me at the hands of a strange man or if I lived or died. That's what worries me the most about everything I've seen so far about this Gabby situation. I really hope she's okay and that nothing bad happens to her.
That is called, that has a word. It's not when you're unalive, it's just when you want to unalive, it's when you just don't care if you unalive. There's a word for it, I forgot what it is though. But that's basically what Gabby is portraying right now. It's like, if you partake in unsafe driving, or letting someone into your house when they're a man and I guess she wasn't home alone, but still, like, he was posting, and she's famous, especially if you're famous, like, you shouldn't let, like, Sarah says, no, he won't be crowned for several months. Are you kidding me? Why? He's gonna die before then. Also, I would like to say now that I'm British, alright? My grandparents, most of my family lives in England. And I would like to say now that I'm happy that the Queen is dead, because she killed Princess Diana. Allegedly, all for entertainment purposes only. Yes, I did look straight into the camera on purpose. No, but seriously, I think that I seriously think, I made a video about this, and I think that there's a lot of videos on it that are very valid, and it's like, duh. So let me know about that, because I think someone commented on one of my TikTok videos I made about that. It was like, there is no Easter Bunny, there is no Santa Claus, and there is no Queen of England. And I made a TikTok about that, and they were like, dude, what am I even talking about? But yeah, basically, if Gabby was like, if Gabby was doing this on as jokes, art, or satire, then that would be very offensive, but she was not in the right state of mind, and therefore I am not as offended. However, if you're, I have two systems that I know of watching, I think, so let me know, like, are you guys offended by this? No, Sarah, stop laughing, this is serious. I'm serious. No, but serious, at /s. I'm serious about this. Okay, ready?
Criticism is not mental abuse. It's gaslighting to blame the internet for taking her from a hypomanic state to a manic state just
True.
because people were criticizing her.
True.
Not everything is abuse and not everything is drama. But to Gabby, it is because one, she thinks it gives her an excuse to act like a shy human being, and two, it reinforces her perpetual state of victimhood.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't like I'm biased against Gabbie Hanna. I just don't like her. I don't like her vibes, but that's so stupid and so petty of me. I'm sorry, that was rude towards myself. But I do still, like, okay, you know what? I'll give in. I do think that it was a mix between actually being sick and wanting attention, and that the internet did get her confused between the two. Kind of like how Bigfoot is in between dimensions. Penny Peggy will know what I'm talking about. Probably not. You're like, what? 'What? Okay, wait.
2 nights ago, Gabby went on Homeboy Edwin's stream, which is still available, and attacked Jessie Smiles again, saying she's a bad mother and admitted to neglecting her cats.
Oh, well,
She
that's
later
not good.
subtweeted Jessie and said she can't be criticized because she's manic. This has gone too far with people not holding her accountable because of mental health. She shouldn't get away with this. She'll ask.
Oh my god. So this person commented 2 days ago, so this was 4 days ago, that Gabby made a live stream in which she attacked Jessie Smiles. If you don't know that drama, get off this live stream right now and go watch it, the Jessie Smiles' videos, because it shows the true colors of Gabby. And that's why I don't like her. Thank you. I remember now. It's because of Jessie Smiles and what she did to her. Like, Gabby just makes up random jokes to stir up drama, and she thinks that if she pushes others down, then she'll get higher. It's weird. It's weird, you guys. So she said she's a bad mother. She admitted to neglecting her cats. That's like next level, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's not it. Like, okay, like, neglecting animals is pretty much really bad, almost worse than attacking Jessie Smiles, his rapist. No, she defended his rapists, but neglecting her animals? Later, she subtweeted Jessie and said that she can't be criticized because she's manic. Whew. Yo, that makes me so angry. That's why I don't like Gabby. She makes me so angry. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is exactly what happened. She pretended to have a manic, maybe, this could theory, she pretended to have a manic episode and then she actually got one. Because this person says, I'm sorry, type 1 in the chat if you would prefer me to read aloud rather than to have the voice on the computer read it. Just be honest.
In the end, the boy who cried wolf was eaten. If Gabby genuinely is having a severe breakdown while no one takes her seriously, that is literally why she shouldn't have exploited mental health problems for clicks in the first place.
She should not have exploited mental health problems for clicks in the first place. Yeah, but she was mentally ill, so sorry. What are you guys talking about? Okay, so Sarah says, legit, with our DID, don't know about others because DID is different for everyone. Some of us wholeheartedly believe in conspiracy theories and others believe BS. Yeah, well, you need to tell your alters, Sarah, that, no, I'm kidding. To be fair, belief in conspiracy theories is linked to trauma. No. You don't understand, Sarah. That is a conspiracy theory within itself. I think that we are being run by conspiracy theories. Fucking big pharma, medication, JFK obviously was murdered by the CSA, fucking allegedly all for entertainment purposes only. Like, I love conspiracy theories, but you guys won't watch my videos when I make them about, like, literally it's like, it tells me, like, what percentage of people click on the video. It's like, 1, no, maybe it's a little more than 1, but, anyways. Conspiracy theories has its ties to the truth. The whole world is operating in weird some sci-fi movie. Exactly, Peniel Peggy. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but the world is operating like some weird sci-fi movie. Well, there's wavelengths in... Hold on, I don't comprehend that.
Well, there's wavelengths impossible for us to see, so we missing large chunks of reality because of our body's limitations.
Yeah, I can't imagine. That sounds really hard, Peniel Peggy. Sarah says, question, if she were manic, would she know if she were... Fuck if I know. I don't think so, though. I think that people who are manic tend to be in denial that they are manic, or they might just be okay with it. They're like, I am manic, but that's unrelated. This is, you know what I mean? I have no preference, do what you want, lol. Thank you, because I don't know how to... Like, sometimes I just, like, reading, it makes my brain hurt. Yeah. But seriously, let me know, like, if you're watching this after the video's uploaded.
She said in another video that the police were called by neighbors who heard her screaming at night. I think that was the right call on their part. And wellness checks are never a bad thing, even if they're called in by strangers. My mom was taken to the hospital by police when she was having a psychotic break, and thank God she was. Who knows what could have happened?
Alright, wait, this is the last one. I can attest
to the whole mental health check. When the police come to your house, you get dragged to a small hospital room in an armed guard outside of your room. Cameras watching you from inside the room and out. Barely anyone coming in and out or even talking to you, treating you like you're a monster. I was, I don't know, maybe 14 when this happened to me. I was on the phone and my brother attacked me. My friend called the police, and because he was older, he told them I was crazy and a danger to myself and others. I don't think he realized what he was doing at the time. It was awful. I was stripped of everything and needed to sit there and wait until the wee hours of the morning until a crisis person came to speak with me. Took longer because of the blizzard. I remember it vividly to this day. It isn't something I'd wish on anyone. I think that shaped me into the further mental health issues I've had since TBH.
Yeah, but if I never basically said don't call the police on mentally ill people. I completely agree, like, on celebrities, like, but, like, definitely call the police, because the worst thing that's gonna happen is that they're gonna... Well, this is a bad example. What I just read, that's really sad. But usually... Oh my god, this person said that it's not an excuse.
I always say mental health illnesses, personality disorders, and neurodivergence. I know this word is debated, can explain harmful behaviors, actions, but they do not excuse harmful behavior, actions. Also, just for context, my list of issues and disorders is longer than the receipt of a trust fund baby, so I'm not judging from the outside. I also know my experience is not the same as others, and I can't fully understand just how life-altering and burdensome they can be.
Exactly. Like, I don't understand. Like, I've never had mania. I don't have bipolar disorder. I don't get it. But definitely what I'm just trying to, like, what all these comments are saying is being mentally ill and disabled are not excuses to avoid criticism.
Being disabled or mentally ill are not excuses to avoid criticism. I'm both physically and mentally disabled. I'm autistic, I have intense anxiety and MDD. I still take accountability for my behavior. I still accept that I can hurt people. Someone being ill isn't an excuse, they're still accountable and still need to face the music for what they do. Also, her comments on did are so gross. Lol, I'm a psych major and know several systems, and 90% of them fucking change. If they don't want to be a system, they're not doing it for funny ha-has. They're fucking traumatized and scared. Shaless.
Yeah. Yep. That pretty much sums it up. Definitely weird sci-fi movie. Thank you, Sarah. God. Penelope Peggy said, I heard when people are manic, like how it feels. I'm sorry, I can't read today. I heard when people are manic, they like how it feels, so that's why they don't like taking medication. Yes, because you feel like God. I've never, that's accurate, yes. But they end up causing so much damage to their lives and people around them that they realize they need medication. Yeah, because literally she describes how she felt like God, and imagine how euphoric and blissful and amazing that must have felt, and in order, Gabby doesn't make great decisions when she isn't manic. However, she thought that the decisions she was making were good, I guess, but it just rubbed me like as an I know if you're watching this and you're Christian, you're going to be so mad at Gabby, but she rubbed me the wrong way with Christianity because it's like, I had religion pushed on me my whole life, and like to have someone do that like almost the exact same thing of saying that you didn't get that. Like, I used to be made fun of in CCD in religious education because I didn't believe in God, but I was forced to go there. They were like, why are you here if you don't believe in God? And I was like, because my fucking parents are forcing me. But yeah, so I don't want that to, I'm sure like that one day I will have a good relationship with religion again, with Christianity specifically again. Not good, but like just okay. I don't know. Is it offensive if like you ask your parent? Like my mom always said to me, like God bless you, and or like, is it offensive for me to say like I don't want you to say that? I don't know, but anyways, thank you for joining my live stream. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on if you're feeling risky, and become a channel member. It starts at 99 cents. I would be very, very, very grateful. That'd be lit. And yeah, let me know if you perform more live streams or more videos, and what live streams and videos, because I really honestly had no ideas for today, but I'm glad that I came up with one because I'm happy I got to talk to you guys. So, lit, peace, namaste.